2 cents.
I know they all want to see. They want an all access pass, try to figure out how to access bags. They don't understand how to access ad, and I hit the nigga listen with the excess cash. Run around Atlanta like Bijan fast. Turn the team up, got a Dion swag. Fuck being humble to the Keon mad while they put the same body that we all have.
It's the #1 station blazing the airwaves.
So keep it locked.
This is GRIZZBIZ, my 2 cents.
Yes, sir. Wednesday to Wednesday. We are back at it. We are at show 200. You understand me?
200.
Show 200.
200.
You know what I'm talking about? And that don't even include the shows before this. So we've been doing this a long time. You know,
we made it.
We getting there. We getting there. So how was your Wednesday to Wednesday?
You know, life is life, man. Long as I'm waking up, life is good.
That's
We ain't gonna count the bullshit. Who cares anyway, you know?
That's what's happening. Mine was the same. I'm dealing with refrigerators and all types of other stuff.
About that.
Yeah,
don't be this so discouraging on the Samsung brand. I don't like that about you.
Hey, I'm over it. It's a Frigidaire, so I'm good. We good. You understand me? But we're gonna get right to it, man. Our guest today, our first guest today, man.
I said,
man, I need something different that ain't been on the show, or somebody that ain't been on the show that's legendary from my city, because the city has been making so much noise right now with these younger artists that
gotta pay your respect.
Yeah, gotta
pay your respect to the OGs.
We got to keep them in the loop because they put it down. We put it down.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? The blueprint. And right now, it might be time for us to capitalize off of some of these young folks that are taking heed and making steps. So today's guest is one of those artists, man, one of those people, man, who laid down one of the baddest songs to come out of Cincinnati.
A legend in the city.
A legend in the city. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to Taka, a.k.a. DJ Taka. You understand me?
The one and only.
The one and only. You know what I'm talking about? All the stories at the barbershop, Mr. Jeans, hot dog stand. Bouncing through that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You go in there a couple times and get your hair cut, but you can't because it's super crowded. You know what I'm talking about? Let me go ahead and get a hot dog and go down here. And fool with Lisa Huff and them. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? We got history. You know what I'm talking about? Yes, so I salute you, man. And I said, well, let me go ahead and get this Negro on here. So I'm blessed to have you on the show today, man. Because I haven't seen you do any interviews for real. And I'm like, well, damn, shit, this might be a month first. You understand me? So I thank you a lot for that, man. I know you only got a short period of time, so I'm gonna just jump right into it, my brother. What was the basis of Down the Way, man? Because I remember it was like 2 versions of Down the Way, and the version I heard was like, what? No, sir, that's not what I heard.
Well, to jump right into that answer, which is probably a lot of it goes on in the industry now when people be like, man, a lot of these songs sound the same. But basically what it was, the producer sold the same beat twice. But in the court of law, if you change a few instruments and elements in it, you can argue that it's a different track. Exactly. So to keep himself from getting sued or safe or whatever you want to call it, him and the label that I was with, I don't know what kind of deal they struck that they agreed to, adding this, that, and third to the beat, and they accepted that because basically, another thing to the artists. Be mindful of what do they call it when you're leasing beats?
Yes, we was talking to a young lady last week, Kayla X Classy, about a publishing and leasing beats, and she was getting beats off of YouTube.
Yeah, so that's the thing. So she done got beats off of YouTube, and that one of them may turn into a big hit, but somebody in Wisconsin done made a hit with it too. So, now once it start getting, things start bubbling, now there's an argument on who actually owned the rights to these tracks. But now y'all both done created these songs, so who really gonna get the leeway with it?
Right, that's crazy.
Yeah, so that's the whole thing. Be mindful of leasing beats. If make sure you know a hit when you make it, because when you do that, buy that beat fully.
Right.
Don't be afraid to invest in yourself. Take that gamble, and you're an artist. And if you don't know a hit, then get your A&R. So when you do, what I'm saying, get them tracks, and you going over there, and you done got this bright idea. Somebody need to know that's a hit because that track need to be purchased ASAP, so you don't run into any legal issues.
Right. So when you made your version, what was behind it? Where did you come up with? Did you think it was going? First question: where did you come up with the concept for "Doodle Down the Way"?
Well, the concept came up. There was guy Marshall was in the city. He was doing the dance, going around and doing the dance, and I'm seeing him do the dance. I'm like, wow. So it's people. Few people. So I guess they doing it. I'm like, hold on. This city don't see what they got in the palm of their hands. It's like when you see somebody doing something and it can be big, you just gotta have that vision. So I saw that vision like, wow. Oh, so it's a dance now. Nobody don't know what to do. So, I even went around telling a lot of the guys that was literally from downtown, like, bro, y'all better make a song of that. Nobody wanted to listen. Okay. So my label kept asking me to do it. I'm like, nah, I'm cool. Because, if people know me, they know. But I'm like, nah, I'm cool. But then I thought about it. I say, this is bigger than me. I say, think about the city. Think what you can do for the city. It's like take myself out of this equation, which I know my capabilities as far as making music and making something into something. So, when we was down in Miami in the studio and recording beats with the guy, the producer that sold the beat twice. So,
Really?
right. So I'm like, if I'm down here making these songs, I'm like, you know what? Let me go and just do this. Ain't anybody gonna do it. I ain't gonna let the city fall. So we called, got in contact with the guy that made the dance up. So we flew him down to Miami, flew him to the studio, got him in the studio. Like I told him, all I need you to do is do you. He said, well, shit, he said, I just need some liquor and I need some pills. So it's a couple guys down there, one on real cool with Trick Daddy. So he was at the studio too. So we sent him out to, to get the party supplies. So he went and got him the party supplies. And as I was in the studio, Jim Johnson had tracks. I'm like, I need a track for this. So we just running through tracks. Probably went through about 80 tracks. And I heard that beat, like, hold on. I'm like, this it. So I just told, told Marshall, go do what you do. Go off over in the corner and, do the dance, do what you do. So he went off to the corner, he did the dance. I just started writing. It's like an artist just painting a picture. You know how you see something, you just paint that picture, how they had those studios, you do that. It was one of those experiences.
Hey, man, let's give that a round of applause, man. You couldn't have told that story more eloquently from a rapper, a creator. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, he just painted the masterpiece. The niggas just said like, I'm gonna hold the city down. This mug then sold the beat twice. So let me go ahead and lay this shit down and paint this picture. That was
Hold
a
on,
beautiful thing.
but that's before he sold the beat twice. Once that was done, later on, Pitbull done came in the studio and he done let Pitbull hear it.
Oh, damn.
So this goes into the leasing part. My label hadn't paid for it fully. It was one of those leasing situations.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh.
Jim Johnson feel that he has the freedom, which he does, to, well, you know what, where he liked this song, he done heard it, well, he want to make something to it too, which Pitbull also took some of my lyrics as well. That's how I know how this whole thing went.
Mm-hmm.
He took some of your lyrics off of Down the Way?
Yeah, that y'all can't fuck with us. Listen to Damn It Man.
Oh, damn it, man. I'm getting ready to get on his ass. I ain't know that shit. I'm about to get on his ass, man. You can't do that. I ain't be doing that, man.
Yeah, but so
that's what happens when the business end isn't
I know some
handled
people
completely. I'm not saying you don't, but I'm just saying, you got to tell the people on the business side not to drop the ball.
Yeah, that's the same thing with it's a track with Petey Pablo and Usher. That Usher got.
Yeah.
And what's the Petey Pablo song? But it's still got that same
Helicopter? No, not helicopter.
It still got that boom, dun, dun, dun. It got that. It's the same thing. It's a lot of tracks like that. People just don't pay attention to.
There are.
And and the thing is, read the credits. Most people don't read credits to music anymore. You know,
You know
you had
what? You're right. I mean, cut you off. You're right. That's how Drake been getting around, getting down. Like whoever doing that music, man, been taking a lot of 3-6 Mafia
artists don't.
And you got
original beats. They remake beats that were already hits because they know that familiar tune. If it was a hit once, it's going to be a hit again behind the right artist. That is.
And some producers will literally use all the same elements, like the bass line, the kick, snares, and then add in these extra instruments. And you would think it's, it'll give it a different feel, but you don't realize it's literally the same beat.
Wow. So obviously you produce tracks too.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get the sound going on and it gets to jumping, and so you really can't take off because of the legal situation that it was in. Because that was one of the biggest questions, like, no matter where you go, and I'm from the old school like you, man, where we go sell CDs and shit. So we be all over our little demographics. And one of my most prolific moments was being at the Derby and having Broadway shut down. And it was so Cincinnati red, and everybody, even Louisville niggas, was trying to do the Down the Way. I mean, like, that shit was off the chain. I said, damn.
So here's the thing: when you say as far as it taking off, it had the room to take off. It's just Pitbull had a bigger machine because people. Jim Johnson, the producer that made the beat, he the same producer made that Lollipop for Lil Wayne. So he done made all kind of major hits. So he was already tied in. So it's all about your machine and how much money your machine got and who you connected to. And then you get into the legal part.
Right.
And then that's when people start working out situations.
Right. So
you got to be subject to certain record pools so that all the different areas hear your particular music in order for it to do the big, what they consider takeoff.
So when that happened, did that curve your interest in being an artist? On being an artist, and what happened?
I will say, in a little bit, it had a little curve to it, and it was just a little bit only because I know my capabilities of making music.
Right.
Because honestly, that wasn't even the first time that happened. I had another situation happen like that with a song that I did when I was down in Houston. Shit. And that producer pretty much done the same thing. And actually, Jay-Z got a hold to the beat.
What?
Yeah.
Y'all was all over the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
That was down there with Rap a Lot and down there with Tony Drake.
Right, I was about to say.
Can you disclose what song that was?
It was a Marvin Gaye sample. It has that ooh wee. So Jay-Z used it. I think it was on that gangster, the one he what's the name of the movie with Denzel movie.
Okay.
Well, he was a dope boy. American Gangster. It's on that American Gangster.
Okay.
It's a Marvin Gaye sample.
Yeah, y'all was moving and grooving back then. Sure was, and I was on the magazine tip, so we was right there in the same.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
That's what's up. So, that would deter me too, because I ain't even gonna perp, man. I had the Callaways take something from me.
That was the American Dreaming song.
And right.
Yeah, she figured it out quick.
Yep.
Yeah, because that was I was playing a beat in my head, and I'm like, that it was really popular.
So go on, and you can go on my project As Is, and it's a song called Ooh Wee.
That's your new project out now?
No, that's old. That was on the same project as that Down the Way.
Do you have anything that you're trying to come up with? I mean, the transition. When did you want to do the DJing? So you producing, you say, I'm gonna stop rapping. I could do this in my sleep. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing. I can paint beautiful pictures, nigga. No problem. So we'll put that to the side. I ain't making no beats. Let me go into this DJ side. What transition?
Well, the DJ side was, I had to sit back and think like, okay, I'm a grown man, but I ain't got no toys. You know how most you got grown men that play PlayStation?
Yes.
You got grown men that love cars. You know, everybody
Yes.
got their thing.
Right.
So I'm like, well, what is mine? So I had to go back into my childhood.
Okay.
So, imagine all the time I was doing music, even when I went to the music store, I was going to the DJ area because I used to DJ. I used to be into that when I was 11, 12 years old. That's when they really started with the DJing.
Okay.
So I just went back to my childhood happy place, and then had the equipment in my house. COVID kicked in, so I was cutting hair in the house, and one of my guys came in and, what you know about this? Blah blah blah. I got a spot in the club. I need a DJ. Won't you come DJ? Boom. So it started as a hobby and just ended up as a business.
Right. And you was one of the first persons, along with myself and Bruno, doing podcasts and barbershop talk too. So I felt some type of way because I thought I reached out to you before, and I'm like, oh man, this nigga done it all. He was like, he probably like, you remember when I did the barbershop over there and blah 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 blah. That's just in my brain, you know what I'm saying? You probably don't think that, but that's my brain. You know,
so the problem I always have is being ahead of my time.
Right.
So even with the podcast, like I was doing that when you wasn't even able to monetize it. And honestly, I did. We had the biggest podcast in the city.
Right.
Like, you know, and that was that. So if it was able to be monetized, you know, I have a crazy bankroll by now, but you know, it is what it is. But that, the podcast and, you know, everything. So and trust, believe, I got something else up my sleeve too.
I know you do.
A hustler always on to the next thing.
I know you do. I know you do.
That's how that works. Let me ask you a couple questions. As far as the music is concerned, are there any of the local artists that you're currently working with that are making noise right now that we know?
Yep. It's I don't know if you know him, but it's the Kid Damon, the karaoke king.
Okay.
So if you came to any of my spots or anywhere where it's karaoke, you will see him, and everybody, they know about him.
Mm-hmm.
So he does that, but he has his own music. He got a song out now on platforms, Toxic. Real dope young kid. When you talk about entertainment, he's an entertainer.
Okay.
So and yes, I have gave him the blueprint as far as entertainment, and that's why and where he's treading and making ground. Like now he's getting booked. People booking him.
Right.
Just because of the entertainment factor. Like he know how to entertain.
So are you managing him?
Yes.
Yes, that's what's up. We was just talking about managing before we came into the studio here, man. And it's changed so much since when we was doing it. But it's good to have somebody like yourself in your back pocket. Like I always tell all these youngins, man, when they go sign these deals, these labels want your brand. They want to cut you out of everything to make sure the first thing you do is to make sure you get your publishing. I don't care if it's 400, 500, whatever it is. Register yourself, get your publishing, and go do what you go do.
Matter of fact, for those that are watching, go get your publishing and create your own website. Sell your music direct to consumer. You can really cut the middleman out because all the social media platforms are your promotional tools.
Right.
Once you got a whole bunch of followers or people paying attention, those that are true fans, you can sell your music directly to them, and you won't just be an artist out here that's popular with no money.
Right.
Yeah, because that's the thing. Especially in Cincinnati, we know that popularity holds a lot of weight, and it's a lot of I guess for lack of better words, broke popular people that don't like to take direction. Like they have people that try to give them information and resources, and they just rather it be, a popularity thing. So as popular as Down the Way was, and I don't know who may not know this song, but this was literally like a summer anthem for so many summers. I couldn't even dance, and I was.
I mean, play it. Matter of fact, cue it up one time. Go ahead. Let's pop it up.
I was never in the era of the.
And you know what? You set the trend for dance for the dance song for real. You had Adrian and them boys and B Luck and them.
Yeah.
And them boys.
Yeah.
They had to get it from
Mr. Miyagi
down the way. So you are the dance setter, tone setter. Let's play that song, man. Go ahead. Play it, man. Play it. You know what I'm talking about?
I think Drew might be a little caught up right now. However,
oh, he might be caught up.
I think
I got excited for nothing.
You did.
normally we on that shit, but
yeah. Wait, I got a very important. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I don't know, man.
For
Go
those
ahead.
who don't know the song, this is the song. Oh, and you feel that drop like you immediately okay, like you want to do something.
Especially in the rap. I'm an old nigga that got the 12 and the
and it's 20 years old.
And it's still I don't care what you say
right now.
Congratulations, nigga.
Thank you.
Yeah, this song can come on right now in a bar, in a club, and it just gets people. And what I like about it is it's a positive crump. Like it ain't no kill, hate, shoot nobody crump. Like you don't get angry, excited.
It's fun.
But yeah, you get
you sip your coffee or your hot chocolate in the morning, going down 75 on that new pavement.
Yeah, like
you can't fuck with us. Go do your 9 to 5. Fuck with us. What you listening to, Grizz? You can't fuck with us.
Hold on. So let me get the people the upcoming artists or whatever. One jewel. When you making a hit, make sure it's fun.
Yes.
When you look at that Skylar Black song that she just dropped, it's fun. It's fun. It's a happy.
So it's going to get played. What happens is it gives that song a lot more opportunity to be played. It's just not an after-hour song. It's not a certain radio station song. See, I know what you're talking about when you say make it a fun song, because of all the gangster rap, you got to think about when you actually hear that music and what that music, what stands behind that music. So while we talking about,
go ahead.
Yeah, while we talking about this particular hit and new up-and-coming artists, I have got to pose the question because it may be some people too scared to ask. Would you be willing to do a remix to this song with a current upcoming artist?
You see Grizz head?
You wouldn't be willing to do
here's the thing. Here's the real thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I said I wasn't gonna say nothing. It goes back to what Grizz was talking about, and one of the reasons he got me on this show. They consider me a legend.
Mm-hmm.
Evidently, the new generation don't totally see me as a legend. Might sound crazy, but check this out. Because it ain't about remixing a song. It's about flipping it and making it into your own.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to. Why would you remake something that's already a classic? So I say that to say a smart artist to me would have taken this song, flipped it into their own, made it into something different, but used the elements of that song.
Mm-hmm.
Just sound, something. Take something out of that and make it yours. You know, let a R&B artist make it into an R&B song. See, that'd be some of the dopest shit that they can do.
Mm-hmm.
But none of them don't see that, because if you look at all the other songs, they remaking all the other old songs. You go to other cities, they remaking their legendary artist songs, and they making them into new hits.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key to that.
Right. Give it a round of applause.
Well, I mean, now they know.
Now they know.
Now they know.
Even though I don't agree, but even if they took it and they made it into some new gangster shit.
Well, now they know.
Now they know. But you know what? You said something very prolific, man. And this time I'm going to end this interview because I know you're about to go to Andy's. Hey, man, y'all go over to Andy's happy hour over there with DJ Taka, man. It's going down over there. And Andy's, as soon as he lives here, they used to have good food. They still got good food over there.
Yeah, Miss what's her name? She do. Yeah, they eat well over there.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Good sounds and everything gonna be over there. So, but you say something prolific, man, and real life is better than fiction.
Mm-hmm.
And if you ain't picked that up on this interview, then I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't even know what to tell you. But again, my brother, we're gonna let you go. Appreciate you being on the show, man. It's definitely one of the best things I've done over the year. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm definitely gonna promote this and show everybody, man, you a legend up there. I'm glad I didn't had Sugar T, Spice One. I didn't have everybody from the city, Orlando, everybody that's doing something dang there. I still got to get Uncle Drew on here and a couple more people, but I'm honored to have you on here, man. So when they go back through the catalog, they can see who's who really is Cincinnati.
I can add another piece of knowledge to my repertoire because the legend don't be legendary shit, but just hit him old body, okay? Appreciate you, Taka.
So we appreciate
y'all.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
And on that note, we're gonna go ahead. Next we got coming up, we got hopefully we got Glenn coming on, man, and he's a mentor and it's not black, but Men's Mental Health Month. And we take mental health seriously because I'm cuckoo and I need help. And a lot of black men need help and young men need help. And that's what
a little bit of everybody need help.
For real.
But definitely some of these.
For real. But it's an interesting story in our youth in our city. So this is what we do. So we're gonna let the music play a little bit and then we're gonna go ahead and crack these open. Andrew, I want to say thank you for the 200th show, man, putting up with all that we do. You know what I'm talking about? All my co-hosts, everybody that been here, former co-hosts. Love y'all. I don't hate nobody. I love y'all. You know what I'm saying? Part of the process. You know what I'm saying? Wish everybody the best. And I keep saying this and stuff keep happening. I'm just let it keep happening. Here's to you. Thank you, Ivory.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate you me reaching out to you, and you was like, yeah. And you done rode this journey. I appreciate Kareem. You know what I'm talking about? That was originally GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE, that crazy ass Negro. You know what I'm talking about? He always put it down, artist and a nut job, but we still love him to death. You know what I'm talking about? Bruno, Beat House, Uptown Radio, and Uptown Radio is launching again. You know what I'm talking about? So who knows what the doctor is cooking up with Uptown Radio?
You never know.
You
just never know. Long as we keep our foot on a neck or two, you know, and stay green. That means it's all a go. Okay?
Hey, we're going to play this song. We'll be right back. We're going to play this one song and be right back.
Right now, yes, nobody got nothing on us. You're locked into the greatest station, GRIZZBIZMY2SENSE. That shit ain't go for me. Japanese denim got me glitching on these hoes. Paul Smith sweater with my teeth all on froze. Counting up these racks with my fam, we on dope.
Y'all know Grizz on his bullshit.
Bet your ass be gone. This fresh young party, fresher than everybody. I was at your party, sipping on some Bacardi. Shorty pulled up on me, wearing Stella McCartney, looking fine as shit. So I blew a kiss. So you say your man got drippin', he'll be putting on that shit. Got the Hermes and the Balmains, I look good in this.
Here he go.
Monkey feed, keep bananas all in my clips. Got that Cartier on my wrist, my girl got fancy all in her lips. Ain't nigga fly as fuck, I got my wings and that's a fact. Y'all look basic shit and nigga, I can't rock with that. Nah, shorty thick as hell, man, I told little baby, bring it back. Shorty, bring it back and fuck around and up your stats.
Y'all know Grizz on his bullshit.
Got the Ferragamo bucket with the polo tee.
Y'all know
ain't no holding me. Ain't no controlling me.
Grizz on
That
his
shit ain't go for me.
bullshit.
Japanese denim got me glitching on these hoes. Paul Smith sweater with my teeth all on froze. Counting up these racks with my fam, we on dope. Money on your head, boy, I bet your ass be gone, nigga.
I got room on the beat and I'm wearing Italian linen.
Steak and fish at the dinner.
You saying that Rick on my whip.
I like to come up with this shit and pass it down to my children.
I'm worried now with this glitching.
I gotta cover my eyes with the Burberrys. I don't want them to see me too faded.
You know a Midwest nigga got dollar signs in his eyes, so I Cartier.
Back in the day, I was rocking that Shine John. Wonder why I was catching them cases.
Nigga like me was rocking that Rockaway. I just knew I was destined for greatness.
In the road, I throw my hood up like Trayvon.
I think I'm blazing. I got K-Cities and
Hey, man, it's happy day. We back at it. We took a little music break. You know what I'm talking about? We got Mr. Glenn Allen Taylor III coming on with us, man. I just sent him the link to join. And again, it's Men's Mental Health Month. And on some serious stuff, I know I be joking and so forth and cutting the rug, but mental health is serious, man. It is some serious people that need, some people that need serious help with issues. For real, they don't know how to process. And we tackled this last year too. We had a licensed practical counselor, I guess that's how you say LPC on the show. And like all of these, what the hell? This is serious. And he is, see, this is one of those, this is a mental health issue time. You understand me? This right here is one of the reasons.
I can't take Drew serious.
I can't. You're right, man. This guy's crazy. I'm talking some serious stuff.
It is some serious stuff, but I think, one step that we all could make to better help ourselves and each other.
He's talking about the guests. I'm talking about the guests.
Is to emotionally be emotionally educated. I think that is one place of lacking, meaning just, kind of educate yourself on how to process your emotions and what those emotions are. Because I think a lot of times it's a reactive process versus a processing process.
Really?
Yeah, I think we a lot of times, more often than not, we react to our emotions instead of processing them.
Go crazy!
Absolutely. Yes, that's the right.
Go crazy! Yeah, go stupid! Go crazy!
I'm waiting for Glenn. Hey, man, Glenn, come on, man. Come on the show, man. Come on, man. Hey, man, log in, call in. What the hell you doing, brother? Come on. My producer over here is going nuts, man.
A little bit.
But anyway, the reason why I wanted this young man on the show is because of one thing. I saw a picture, right? And we've seen many pictures, different pictures of our black men youth with these guns, weed hanging out there, man.
Get out there! That nigga is get out there!
And
I don't know what he might have smoked today, but it was good.
it was good, but Jesus. Anyway, the picture that he put up, this young man put up, was a picture of them holding all this and doing that. Look, right? And the next picture was a picture of them
educating themselves.
So, yeah, it was like refreshing, like
a transformation.
A transformation, like whoa. And to find out that was here in Cincinnati and not, because normally when you see them pictures like that, they from other cities or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So to see that, I said, well, damn, let me reach out to this brother, man. And it was it's a mentoring program that he has. And I said, man, let me reach out to him, especially because it's Mental Health Month. You know what I'm saying? And we have a lot of mental health issues in our community. I know it's men's mental health, but our community. And to see something like that was prolific to me because every day it slowed down, but people was getting shot. These young folks are shooting each other, blah, blah, blah.
And you think that has something to do with their mental health?
Yes. And a lot of what was going on as far as trying to correct that, all we see is people marching, T-shirts on, you know what I'm saying? And that's not taking away from anybody's grievance with they losing their family, but a solution and to address the issue is always the same. You know what I'm saying? Somebody just got shot in Avondale recently, 15-year-old, it might have been an ankle or whatever, but what do we do to stop this? So I thought that was a great thing to do. You know what I'm saying? And maybe somehow if we get him on the show, that we could help promote this and make this go viral and maybe be a blueprint. Oh, there he is right there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause to Mr. Glenn Allen Taylor III. Let's give a round of applause. Can you hear us, brother?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. We was just talking.
What's going on, man?
Oh man, we just sitting here and had a dope interview with Taka, man, and dropping some game for these young people. And you fit right in there with part 2 as far as men's mental health. And like I was saying earlier, I saw a picture of you with some youngins, with some young black men with some things they shouldn't have. And then the next picture was with you and them on a whole nother plateau. And it really caught my interest because I'm thinking it was from some other city. And no, and behold, it's from our city. So like
that was a picture. That was a picture of some kids I took at Avondale.
Exactly. And I just said
like the ones with the guns, there was some kids I know at Avondale.
Right. See, so that's why I figured I had to get you on the show ASAP, because the mentoring program is something different than what people are actually doing on the street. So go ahead, let us know exactly what you do, man. What made you become into mentoring?
I always had a mentor growing up, some type of way, or shape, or form. I grew up in a fatherless home. My mother was actually the type of mother that really didn't date or whatever to have different men and stuff around us. So we had uncles and stuff, but I didn't have a relationship with my father until I was like 25, 26, 27.
Right.
I didn't have a great relationship with my father until I was like 32. MaShauri mentor program is basically Swahili for mentor, advocate, a leader, counselor. It's and the reason why we use the Swahili word because Swahili is a village in Africa, and I think we getting away from the village way of life and how we grew up as young kids in America and Cincinnati and Avondale and Evanston. Like, if I did something, if I threw a rock down the street, my neighbor would be able to correct me, or my neighbor would be able to whoop my ass. Can I cuss on her?
Yes,
absolutely.
Yeah, my neighbor would be able to whoop my ass, and then when I got in the house, I'm gonna get my ass whooped again. I'm not saying whooping is the answer, but we gotta stop being our friends' kids and rebuild the village way of life and let other people help raise your kids, because when you're doing it on your own, a lot of these parents is being their kids' friends instead of being the parent. And sometimes in the village, the person next to you in the village be able to let you know without you taking it. The village way of life would be, parents used to be able to take constructive criticism. Now parents can't take constructive criticism. They say you hating, or they don't want to hear what you got to say. And they don't want to hear the truth. The truth is, I get tagged on 5 to 10 posts a day with women or men, or women and men, saying they need guidance or mentor for their child, whether if it's a boy or girl, who are headed down the wrong path, or even just being bored and needing something to do. I get in contact with them, send them the website. They might even sign up. They might even make a donation, but they don't follow up and be accountable for making their kids participate. You making a post for sympathy or something, or you want to make a post to get help and make a change? Because if you don't get your kids into something, they not going to be in the picture on the bottom. They're going to be at the picture on the top. And then don't call me when they're in the picture at the top. Ask me, can I write a letter to get them out of jail?
Right. So let me stop you for a minute. So these young men, like the one in the picture, how did you approach them? Did you reach out to them?
The ones that's in the picture with me, or the ones that I took the picture of?
I think it's the ones
with the guns, or the ones with me?
Yeah, the ones with the guns, and the other one too. Ain't that the one without them?
So I went to a kid video shoot, and that's what they was doing at the video shoot.
So you just said, let me roll up to this video shoot. So you in tune? Are you in a church or anything? I mean, I just want to know what made you, because so many people have. I just said somebody got shot in Avondale yesterday, the day before yesterday, 15-year-old.
Nah, so what happened was, I seen a kid that I know who used to play football for one of our little league teams. He was going live and at the video shoot, and I'm like, oh, he tripping. And I saw from the house they was in front of where they at, because I knew the location. And I pulled up on them like, y'all tripping. You got ops, and they know what these houses look like. They gonna pull up on you and catch you slipping. Right. If I can see from you going live, where you at, and pull up on y'all, and y'all got these guns and stuff and think it's cool, what makes you think your op ain't finna pull up?
Man, that is crazy that you even saying words and stuff of that nature to these young boys that are 14 ops.
Because that's what they believe they got.
Ops. Like, God dang. Other niggas is ops. Other niggas is ops. So
Yeah.
that is crazy. So, like I was saying to Ivory, hey man, when somebody gets shot or killed, the only thing that you see is marching, t-shirts, wearing the same colors of this and the third, but none of these, I ain't gonna say none of, but the majority of these murders go unsolved. And I think a lot of it has to do with what you said, and mental health issues too, bro. I believe it has a lot to play in what's going on.
I honestly think it's a mental health issue with the kids, but it's a bigger mental health issue with the parents. 9 times out of 10, these kids is coming from single parent homes, and these mothers are being their sons and daughters' friend instead of putting their foot down, getting them in programs, actually correcting them, letting other people correct them. And a lot of parents need to stop trying to be their child friend.
Right.
Pay more attention to their kid. Stop trying to keep up with the Joneses and spend more time and pay attention to their kids. Don't pay attention to your son when he get locked up. Don't pay attention to your son when he in the hospital because he got shot. Don't pay attention to your son because he dead and now you going to the cemetery and you on Facebook for sympathy. No. Start now. It start at home. It don't matter how much help you ask for. If you don't make a change, nothing that you do to put in place is going to help the change be consistent.
So let me ask you, what consists of the mentoring program? You? Is it just you by yourself?
So it's me and I have different mentors that help out. But our biggest program is called Mother's Break Day. We actually give mothers on Sundays from 9:30 to 3 a chance to drop their kids off in a safe and secure environment. We go to church from 9:30 to 12. And then we either go back to the office for a motivational speaker, a workshop, a seminar. We might go to Kings Island. We might go on a field trip. Something positive for the kids till 3 o'clock. Why we do it on Sundays, for one, these kids don't go to church and they need to go to church. I get it. Everybody's not Christian, but they need some type of religion to keep them in check. For two, almost every mother is working one job, going to school, and being an entrepreneur. So Monday through Saturday, they busy. Sunday is a day where they can just relax and know their kid is somewhere in a safe place. Even if you want to go to sleep, you want to go out to brunch with your friends, you want to go on a date, we don't care. We just want you to have your free time. And what mother wouldn't take advantage of that? And it's free.
Y'all provide the food and everything. So y'all paying for all these people to go to Kings Island, all these kids go to Kings Island and all this stuff?
Sometimes, like sometimes people like we don't have no funding. I pay for everything out of pocket. Like I pay over $30,000 a year. Like what are you for our bills? It's actually just went up to 45 because we got a second office. Because we got a lot of kids. Sometimes it'd be too many kids for our office. So we had to get a second office. And
let's give a round of applause because I'm glad I'm reaching out to you because maybe we can link up and we can promote this. Do you have a GoFundMe? Do you have anything for people to donate?
We got GoFundMe. We have a website. We got a donation button on our website. Our website is MaShauriMentor.com. It's MSHAURI mentor.com. You simply can go to the donation button. You can either make a one-time donation for $10 or you can become a monthly donor for $10 or however much you want to make. Okay. It's like, I don't know, man. It's like, I feel like for somebody that don't have no funding, from what I see from other programs, I do way more than a lot of these programs who getting the money.
What you mean programs? Government funded programs? Who
grant anything, anybody, sponsors, grants, whatever. maybe it's because I don't network like I should because I work a lot. I work a lot to be able to pay for the bills to get these kids something to do.
See, this
So
is
it's like,
another thing. I'm going to cut you off. This is another thing that pissed me off, Ivory and Glenn, is because we have so many so-called people who can write these grants. So I can do this for grants, this, that, and the third. And right now, you can use somebody that can write your grant for this funding. Is it because of that you don't have the funding, or is you could do better with the funding than what you see other programs with?
I feel like I already do more than other programs. If I get funding, I can only imagine how much more I can do, how many more kids I can save, how many other different cultures we can reach out to.
Right.
Not just people on social media. You know what I mean? How many more lives we can save with funding. You know, I can only pay out of pocket for so long. I've been doing it for 4 years, but it's going to be a point in time where that 30 and 40,000.
I guess the question is like, what's stopping you from having access to additional funding?
I don't know if it's because I haven't been around long enough. I don't know. It's because I don't network enough. I've paid grant writers to write grants. Every grant that I applied for, I have got denied. And like they'll say, we love what you're doing. You're doing great work. Keep going. But unfortunately, we have to go with another program. Like every time.
Now that's a good question. Let me ask you this. On that grant writing process that you had them people do here, did you oversee what the grant said, or did you see that process of the wording that was used and so forth?
Mm-hmm. And so for the bigger grants that I applied for in the city, they basically, so a lot of it with grants in Cincinnati, it's either who you know or you got to attend like seminars and stuff that lead up to the grant process. Mm-hmm. And I don't be having time to do that because I got to work to be able to pay the bills to keep the program going.
Right. I see. So I think it's a lack of time and resources because you don't have the time to even tap into some of the resources that are available. Mm-hmm. I think you should probably start with hosting a dinner, some sort of, like you said, brunch, like all the mothers that you're doing all these things for, and brunches. I don't know. Maybe you should look into something up where you host it, and then you have people that come in and they make donations, and they can bid on winning certain prizes. And have you thought of it from that aspect? This is just me. And
yeah. I'm actually working on something for the end of the year. I'm working on a big. So remember back in the day, they used to have telethons, like where people can call in and make donations. I'm working on getting people in the city who want to volunteer their time and be the people that speak during certain times during the telethon to get people to donate. Because people support who they want to, and in Cincinnati, it's a popularity thing.
Oh boy!
In the business world, I'm not that popular. I'm new to the business world, but in the streets, I'm super known. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's the process of crossing over. And I just started a new job that's actually giving me the space to be around people who can get me into the space where I can be able to get paid to go to events. Right. Go to
I think you gotta switch up your marketing strategic. I think you're looking at it from a you got to do it all perspective. When
you got administrative assistants,
you need to
this the thing
the community can do for the program, kind of a thing.
Yeah, so I have a full board of 9 people, and I have another board, the advisory board of 4 people.
Oh man,
the advisory board help out with putting me in place with stuff that's gonna maybe line up in the future, but not right now. But my board is really not participating, so I just had to like set up an emergency meeting. Like, yo, we get to the point where y'all gotta start being involved, or I gotta shut down because I need y'all help. So if y'all know anybody who want to be a board member and who want to be a volunteer or a mentor, so basically we only require a volunteer and a mentor to donate 3 hours of their time a month on a Sunday, and that's it. If you know anybody, they can simply call us at 513-253-3109. I'm working on a relationship with somebody who just retired, and she actually saying she'll donate 10 hours a week as an administrative assistant to actually make phone calls and build relationships and stuff like that. So I got some stuff in place. It's just we in Cincinnati, man, and it's who you know and not what you're doing.
Right. It's who you know. Well, I'm not gonna hold you, man. I appreciate you coming on the show, man. It was dope. You know what I'm saying? Your program, your mentoring program. I can't say the Swahili, man.
Yeah, wait a minute. I wanted to ask you to please spell again for the people that weren't writing
good
really
job.
fast for that website information.
Now you want to show your face at the end of the show. I tell
Would
you.
you spell the name of that
Oh, my bad. I just put it in the chat.
Well, my bad. Let me help the people out then. Let me see.
Yeah, we wanted to, how do you pronounce the mentorship?
It's in your chat. You gotta pull it up.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
MaShauri mentoring program. MaShauri.
Now, how do you spell that?
M-S-H-A-U-R-I. It's Swahili for mentor, leader, advocate.
H-A-U-R-I.
That's what's up. So
and it's not even. I'm cool. Like if people want to help out with sponsoring and donations, that's cool. My biggest thing is my time. Please don't reach out if saying you need help and I'll take time off of work to have a program or make sure I add an extra Sunday and you don't show up. That'd be my biggest thing is not bringing the kids. Like you ain't never going to be cool on funding. But what really be breaking my heart is I talk to 3 to 6 people a day about their kids participating in our program and they don't show up. We just had to cancel our summer camp because I can't say nothing about the company canceling our contract because they didn't do their job. So we had 2 parents pay the full price and I had 5 other kids get sponsored. The 5 kids and one of the kids who paid full price never showed up for the summer camp for 2 weeks. And I'm talking about the summer camp was set up to go to Kings Island every Monday, which the price included the Kings Island Gold Pass, a zoo pass to go every Tuesday. That included the zoo pass. Wednesday, we go swimming, which that included the swimming pass and CRC pass. Thursday, we had an educational day where we talked about African-American history. We did our Scared Straight program for boys, our Scared Straight program for girls, and financial literacy. And Friday was kind of a free day. We go play basketball, football, or go swimming again. Like, how can you not take advantage of that? And it was Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30. And it was free for 5 kids because somebody sponsored it. And they didn't show up.
Wow.
I even paid one of my workers overtime to stay for a kid that was supposed to be there till 6:30 because his mama had to work and I was trying to be understanding. And the kid didn't show up. So my biggest gripe be participation. Like at what point in time you see your kid need help, when are y'all gonna start investing in y'all kids? Correcting your child is protecting your child.
Yeah.
Period.
Well, I think when they put 2 for 1 kids out there, they took away a lot of the access for the parents because you used to could go as far as you needed to go. Now these kids is like, I ain't got to do that. I'm going to call 2 for 1 kids on you.
I'm glad y'all continue the conversation because I did have some other questions. Like,
so look, this is my thing. So for me being the spectrum I'm in, I'm learning a lot. You know, I ain't pay attention to why my mama ain't ever had no boyfriend or whatever. And I was talking to a friend about it. And she was like, was y'all on welfare? And I was like, yeah. And she was like, well, from what my grandma told me, a lot of women didn't have men and couldn't have a man in the house if they was on welfare because if the welfare person came and seen that a man lived there, you can lose all your benefits. And I was like, see, that was a way. So that was a way for them.
That was a way. Crazy. That was a way. That movie with Diana Ross. Was it Diana Ross and Earl Jones? You know which movie?
Mo Better Blues.
No. The older movie with James Earl Jones and Diana Ross, where he couldn't be in the house because they was gonna take her food stamps, her welfare, and that was real, man. That was real.
So this is what they did to us. They made it to where you can get this free money, free food, but you can't have no man in the house. But then the man couldn't fend for himself while he was, because they took all the trades that the black people was doing out of the schools. So you had to go to the streets or get a low paying job because you couldn't go to get the trade for real. And you had to either go to college to get the trade now or go to a trade school when you was getting into high school for free. And you ain't had the money to go pay for the trade. So it's like it was a lose-lose situation, and they ain't paying attention to what. That's why a lot of men ended up being in the streets.
Right.
It's because they took the trades out of high school, which was free. You getting out of high school, and you be able to be a plumber. You wouldn't have to stay with your girl. Your girl wouldn't have to, your wife or your girlfriend wouldn't have to be on welfare and benefits because you made enough money to take care of it. But because they took it out of school, now you had to take a minimum wage job to where you would have to live with somebody till you can build yourself up to where you can go get that trade and go to college.
They put all the pressure on the mother because now she's got to do everything. And then they told the kids, you ain't got to listen to her. So they set our generation up to be pretty much a failure. And then they added this crazy sex crazed murder, hate, kill music into the mix. And now you have today's society. Welcome to America.
For sure.
Damn,
that's just
my
take.
That's a lot to take in.
It is. You got to look at the whole bigger picture.
That's why drew me through like, damn. Because most people.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all. Like, and this, I'll be keeping. I think I keep it 100. Like, also, grant wise, you gotta. I've been told that the kids that I serve ain't the kids that they want to fund. They don't want to fund.
Yep.
My group of kids.
Mm-hmm.
So they can
I was
stay.
gonna say you need to link in with the SBA and get a lot of this free money. It turns into free money because you end up not having to pay it back. But that's a whole nother conversation we can have on the back.
With who?
With who?
The SBA.
What's SBA?
Oh, that is the Small Business Funding Organization. Just go to SBA.org. And you look up a lot of different funding options for your business that give you the lowest APRs for your interest to pay back. And then, like I said, a lot of those fundings you are able to, it turns into free money because under certain circumstances, you won't have to pay it back. So, while we talking about resources, I was going to kind of hit you up on the back end, but I mean, there you have it. So
still hit me up because I need all the information.
Yeah. But that's one thing that could really help you because it sounds like a great program, but it sounds like for lots of different reasons you're having a lack of participation and resources, and so you got to kind of figure out a way to meet the means in the. You got to meet people where they are, which it sounds like you're trying to, but I think, like you said, being too real, and then it's a lot of pressure on the single mother, especially when. You got to go to work, you got to go to school. Your kid got to be kind of left to themselves after a certain age. And then you left with the issue of your kid falling under the influence of the wrong impression. And you as a parent are not, you're not able to do anything about it because life goes on, right? You still got to put food on the table and make sure the bills are paid. So it is what it is, but I'm happy that the program is
Let me ask you one quick question. Hey man, how many of these fathers are involved with this mentoring shit?
Don't sound like none.
That you do, these kids that you mentoring? None.
Bro, I don't have no help, bro. Sometimes it'd be 30 kids on a Sunday, sometimes it'd be one, bro. I got over 150 kids signed up in my program, so any given time I can have 150 kids if I had the space and the resources.
So where's the location at?
We are actually next door to the fire station at Sugar and Spice on Redden Road. And our second location is in St. Bernard, across the street from the St. Bernard Library.
Okay.
I know where both of those areas are. Well, like you said, hit them up. The telephone number, again, is 513-253-3109. And that website is MSHAURI mentor.com.
And that's what's up. So we're glad to have you on here, man. For mental health means.
Yeah. And next time y'all need somebody on the show, let me know because I can set it up where the kids can come on and talk about what they get from the program.
Oh yeah, we have to do a part two.
Yeah.
We'll do a part two, and we'll do that real soon because I definitely want to hear that because I definitely want to know, like, did you have issues with kids bucking the system, wanting to? Because a lot of people go march because the kids acted damn fool.
Nah, so the kids actually want to participate. The parents just ain't bringing them. Once they see what we do, they want to come every week. You know, you got some kids that be like, I ain't going, he too strict. But then once they see I'm for the best of them, they be for it.
Right.
You know, I employed through a partnership 60 kids this summer. I had a first shift and second shift. Then I brought 24 of them back for a winter work program. And I just had to cancel it due to lack of participation from the partner that I was with. And I just got to move forward and work on next. What I'm about to work on now is getting funding and not having to worry about relying on nobody.
There you go.
That's what's up.
That's what's up. So again, man, we thank you for being on the show. We're gonna get up out of here, man. It was our 200th show. I'm really excited. I'm glad. Girl in the building, you know what I'm saying?
Hello.
You know, shout out to Yanette.
Big shout out to Yanette.
Taka and Allen III. Mentoring program, and we will be promoting that, man. And again, thank you again. And we're gonna see y'all next week. And like we say every Wednesday, the same time. Don't be stuck on stupid
and relaxed on dumb.
See y'all next week.
See y'all next week.
All right. 200.
200 in the bucket, yo.
Bitch on me slow. Paul Smith sweater with my teeth all on floor. Counting up the racks with my family on road. Money on the head, boy. I bet your ass be gone, nigga.